11 a.m. On a torn stretch of frontline road, a Russian soldier squeezed himself into an abandoned trash bin, convinced darkness and garbage would hide him. From above, a Ukrainian reconnaissance UAV watched every move. An FPV drone dove like an arrow. One sharp blast, and the hiding place became a crater. There was no place left to hide. Scenes like this repeat along the entire front. In one village, a Russian soldier raised his hands in surrender as a UAV hovered above, turning that moment into a live broadcast. Elsewhere, a group of Russians carrying fuel sprinted for cover, believing they'd shaken pursuit. The drone simply followed, calmly marking them until an FPV plunged through a window and turned the building into a fireball. In Donetsk, a soldier thought a tunnel would save him. UAVs took positions at both ends, pinning him down until he was forced to crawl out. Seconds later, the FPV strike ended it. Motorcycles, supply vehicles, tanks, anything that moved became prey. UAVs are no longer just support weapons, they are constant mechanical hunters. Imagine being a Russian soldier in that landscape. You slip into a drainage culvert, heartbeat pounding, finally out of direct fire. Then, in the silence, comes the thin buzzing above you. Not artillery, not a jet, just a small, sharp sound that means you've been found. Artillery can be outrun, snipers can be flanked, drones stay. They circle, track, and wait. Whether you race across a field on a motorcycle or curl into a bunker, that eye in the sky does not blink. Once a reconnaissance UAV fixes your position, the chain begins. Coordinates uplinked, FPV launched, guidance locked. The end is usually minutes away. This war has become a psychological grind. Trenches no longer feel safe. Vehicles are coffins on wheels. Soldiers lose faith not just in cover and armor, but in the idea that survival is under their control at all. From above, Ukrainian UAVs map everything: bunkers, squads, convoys, supply lines. Once spotted, targets rarely escape. Heavy systems, T-72 and T-90 tanks, BMPs, even Mi-8 helicopters, have been reduced to scrap by a single cheap drone strike. Logistics are hit relentlessly. Fuel depots in Crimea, ammunition trains in Donetsk, command vehicles near Kherson. Destroy the fuel and shells, and the guns go silent on their own. Even Russian electronic warfare hasn't been a guarantee. When jamming grew intense, Ukrainian units rolled out fiber-optic FPV drones, immune to radio interference and capable of precise strikes through the noise. The message was clear. This isn't just firepower, it's a technological race, and Ukraine has adapted faster. Across the front, one principle is now obvious. Whoever controls UAVs controls the battlefield. Drones give air dominance without jets, hunt infantry without snipers, break logistics without massed artillery. They are not just another weapon, they are reshaping the logic of war itself. Night falls and the scene shifts. 4:11 a.m., Luhansk forest. The silence is thick, broken only by wind in the trees, until 3 North Korean armored battalions, deployed to reinforce Russia, push forward in a coordinated assault. More than 60 tanks, Grad launchers, and dozens of low-flying reconnaissance UAVs advance toward a single objective: the Luhansk ammunition depot, a critical hub feeding Ukraine's drones and long-range artillery. This is no probing attack. It is a full-scale attempt to break Ukraine's 12-mile fire corridor in the east. In a crescent formation, heavy tanks drive the central thrust, while engineering vehicles carry charges and tools to breach the depot's defenses. Above them, their own UAVs search for gaps. But they are not alone in the sky. Ukrainian reconnaissance drones, small, quiet, equipped with infrared lenses and signal trackers, have already spotted the advance. Within minutes, data streams back to Ukrainian command. Patriot PAC-3 batteries rotate and lock, creating a defensive arc. 2 Ukrainian Su-27s orbit high, seeding chaff and complicating enemy targeting. On the ground, mechanized infantry with RPGs and AT weapons fan out along concealed tracks, ready to hit flanks as the armor closes in. From the north, A second wave of T-55s and T-62s pushes through a forest corridor, supported by artillery. But the route is a kill zone. Ukrainian T-72s emerge from camouflage, firing first. Lead tanks erupt, blocking the path. Mine-laying robots scuttle forward, quickly deploying TM-62 mines in a jagged line, splitting the column in two. Then the artillery begins. Bodana 152mm self-propelled guns range the corridor. In under 2 minutes, a dozen shells land with precision. The northern spearhead dissolves into burning wrecks. A half-mile of road becomes a twisted graveyard of steel. Refusing to break off, North Korean forces escalate. Short-range ballistic missiles launch toward Ukrainian radars and command posts. Patriot interceptors rise to meet them. Most warheads are blown apart at altitude, the last veering off under electronic jamming and detonating harmlessly in open ground. Ukrainian aviation joins the fight. Mi-24 attack helicopters sweep in low, launching rockets and cannon bursts into supply convoys. Fuel trucks and mobile radars go up in columns of fire. Overhead, Punisher UAVs strike field headquarters and relay posts, shredding command and control. It is no longer just armor versus armor. It is a duel of sensors, networks, and electronic warfare. By dusk, North Korea commits its final asset, Special Forces. 2 platoons slip through the woods, equipped with pocket drones, handheld radar, and infrared camouflage. Their goal is to reach within a few hundred meters of the depot and paint it for strikes. But Ukrainian patrols, equipped with AI-assisted thermal optics on their helmets and vehicles, catch the movement. Automated minefields activate, detonating in arcs to cut off escape routes. Infantry close in with disciplined bursts. Overhead, drones mark any group that tries to break contact. Within minutes, the infiltration collapses. The depot still stands. Night deepens, and Ukraine moves from defense to destruction. At 10 p.m., M270 MLRS and Mars launchers fire a coordinated salvo. Dozens of guided rockets tear into the enemy's rear area. Mobile radars, logistics hubs, and ammunition convoys erupt. Radio nets fall silent. Follow-on 155mm artillery, corrected in real time by UAVs, pounds the remaining supply line until it becomes a corridor of burnt-out vehicles. Near 3 a.m., the counterattack begins. T-80s lead the push, mine-clearing robots opening lanes. Mechanized infantry roll forward with jammers, anti-tank weapons, and drones of their own. Above, Mi-24s spit rockets, while kamikaze UAVs dive onto surviving strongpoints. In under an hour, organized resistance collapses. More than 80 vehicles are destroyed. Mobile radars lie shattered. The few surviving special forces are disarmed and taken prisoner. As the last shots fade, Ukrainian medics move in, not just to their own wounded, but to enemy soldiers as well. By dawn, the Luhansk depot remains under Ukrainian control. The price was high, but the message is unmistakable. In this war, technology, adaptation, and unmanned systems decide the shape of the battlefield. Tanks, artillery, and armor still matter, but without control of the sky through UAVs, they are exposed, vulnerable, and ultimately replaceable.